Great, and we just saw actually the prince beating the boss there, and last part of this demo is Elika's going to go and heal the world. So, can you talk how does that play into the game? Though you heal a world and you still have some stuff that you can do afterwards. Is that right?
Yeah, there's a component of the game which is the economy system. So I was talking earlier about the magical powers. So there's an economy system, and the economy of the game only appears once you've healed an area, and you'll see these little, what we call light seeds, appear after this healing. You can just see them sort of appearing on the screen now. There's a whole other layer of gameplay involved in locating all of those, collecting them, and then redeeming them for the magic powers. And we'll be talking a lot more and showing a lot more of that in the coming months.
Great, and I know that Jess actually has a reader question.
Yeah, this looks. First, let me just say this looks really awesome, and it's
Absolutely.
Definitely on my list. All right, but we got to move on to reader questions.
Yes.
So question 1.
Bring them on.
Kevin00 wants to know, Assassin's Creed was criticized for its repetition. What are you doing in Prince of Persia to avoid the same outcome?
Yes, great question.
Getting a little sweaty.
No, not at all. Okay. Obviously, during the development of Prince of Persia, we saw what Assassins was doing. We saw their strengths, of which there were many, and we saw the areas, that maybe didn't kind of turn out the way that they had hoped, and will certainly, be improved if ever they do another one, I imagine. And so we made a very conscious decision early on to say, okay, you know what? Let's ensure that we have a variety of regions in terms of artistic direction, with very different styles, very different types of things that need to be accomplished in them, a variety of enemies, etc., so that the player is really guaranteed to get that feeling of doing different things throughout the game, that they really feel like, even though I'm doing a wall run and a jump off of a pole in this region, which is sort of the same or a similar sequence as that region, the traps, the environment, the enemies you're fighting, the story, all of those are so completely different, that not to mention the fact that there's the corrupt world and the healed world, etc., that it's gonna feel unique and different every time you do it. And so I really believe very firmly that we have a good collection of mechanisms to create a lot of diversity in the gameplay of Prince of Persia.